Hey, what's going on, fellas? It's another C Boogie. Y'all know the rest. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel, and I also want to thank y'all for liking my videos. And shout out to the Dime Game Division. Let's rock and roll. All right, man. I got a serious question here today, man. Do black women like abuse? You know, and this is a serious question, man. And really, when I say abuse, I'm talking about verbal abuse. You know, really, you can throw physical abuse in there on a smaller level, you know, but really I'm talking about verbal abuse. And the reason that I got to raise this question is, well, shout out to one of my subscribers. They sent me a link to a Tommy Sotomayor video, and it had nothing to do with this video about the abuse, but the dude sent me a link to the Tommy video saying, yo, Bug, Tommy Sotomayor is calling Kevin Samuels every name in the book. And why don't any of these guys online try to defend Kevin? You know, and I don't know if they did try to defend him or not, but the reality is Tommy is one of the untouchables. You know, I've peeped that through the years. You know, I've watched some of his content before, and I've watched Tommy invite a few guys on his panel, and he got on certain guys' panels and did shows with them and straight up cussed them out, man. You know, a lot of these guys stand down to Tommy Sotomayor for whatever reason. You know, I know Tommy's been on YouTube for a while. You know, it could be a respect thing, could be a fear thing. You know, I don't know. It's usually like that when you got a little bit of power. You know, a lot of people bow down to power, but it's kind of funny. But like I say, a lot of dudes stand down to Tommy. But the point is this. So I'm checking out the link that the dude sent me. And 2 minutes into the video, Tommy goes on this rant against black women. I mean, this is nothing new if you've seen any of his content. But, man, the caller was still on the line. And Tommy just starts spazzing on the woman. You black bees, you nigga bees. I mean, for about 5 minutes straight. That's why the community is effed up because of y'all. This and that, that and this. I mean, he might have called this woman, you know, 30 B words. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get my video flagged down. But he might have called this woman 30 B words in about 5 minutes. I mean, he just let her have it. And this woman sat on that phone calmly. And when Tommy stopped ranting on the woman, she said, okay, Tommy, and switched up her whole tone. And then they proceeded with the phone call. I mean, to say that that's normal, I mean, are you serious, man? What other race of woman besides North American black women would allow that? You know, I mean, are black women from the United States of America, are they just conditioned to take verbal abuse or whatever the case is? You know, and I've even noticed that with a lot of these women that hang around these red pill channels. You know, I mean, it's one thing to kind of be around a little bit, hear what guys got to say, or maybe debate with a few guys. That's pretty normal. But it's some women that be up in these chat rooms and they fit the description of what these guys be talking about. You know, women hitting the wall, women over 40, you know, women that look like this, women that look like that. And you can look at their thumbnail, you know, their avatar, and see that they're not the most prettiest girl in the world. I'm like, clearly, Miss Lady, these guys are talking about women like you. And you will sit there and internalize that every day. That ain't good for nobody's self-esteem, man. I'm going to be honest. I would have to know what's going through somebody's mind to listen to that every day. You dig? I don't know, man. I just got to ask the question, like, what's up with that, man? No other race of women would deal with that. Even if you really think about hip-hop music, and I'm a fan of rap music, rap music wasn't always this negative what we see it now. Back in the day in the 90s when I got into rap, you had gangster rap, you had conscious rap, you had dance rap, you had a lot to choose from. It wasn't really what you see now, so you can kind of pick what lane you listen to the music. But like I say, man, the music got a little out of hand as of recently, man. Some of that stuff I can't even stomach, to be honest. But if you really listen to hip-hop, man, it's not like they speaking highly of women. Let's just keep it at that. I don't know, man. I think on some level black women have been conditioned to take abuse. Just real talk, man. There's no other way that I can even see it now. You dig? Hell, even with Kevin Samuels. Not to say that Kevin Samuels is abusing any woman, but he be going real hard on these women and they be lined up every night. And I understand truth is truth, right? It's only one way that you can tell the truth sometimes, and truth isn't always pretty. And I get that, but what I heard from Tommy Sotomayor was really odd that this lady sat on the phone while this man went into a profanity-laced rant and called her every B word under the sun. And all it was a simple disagreement on a live call-in show. I'm like, wow, this dude just lost it. And she sat there and took it. And it was black women up in the chat room cheering Tommy on. I'm like, yo, none of this could be normal for anybody, man. It's really abnormal. Tell the truth. Let's be honest, man. It's really abnormal, man. No other race of people are really into stuff like this but black people. It's like we undercover masochists, man. A lot of black people like abuse, man. A lot of black men like abuse. You dig? I'm gonna say this, man. I ain't got no problem with guys, calling out these women or telling the truth about a lot of behaviors that these women display. I'm very careful on who I listen to, because how I see the world, I look at everything. I look at the intent of it. If a guy sees something that's wrong, he call it out, thumbs up, I'm good with that. But if dudes are upset because they losers in the dating market, or the woman turned them down or didn't want them or stuff like that, I don't really like to listen to those kind of guys, because I know the energy behind it ain't right. It's tainted, man. The energy behind that is foul. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of guys you got to ask the question, well, if you had it your way, if women found you attractive, if women gave you compliments and everything that concerns that, would you still have a problem with the women? And the answer is usually no. You know what I mean? So I'm very picky on who I listen to when they even speak about women. And that's something that I noticed through the years. Everything with me is intent. And when it comes to the intent, that's usually what drives the energy. I can tell the energy of a man that want to see these women make some changes in their life, And I understand the truth can be ugly. And I understand the energy of a dude that in his heart of hearts as a man is upset because the women don't find him attractive. And those are the guys that I stay away from, man. Truth be told, those are the guys that I can't trust. Because they usually end up being player haters and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Maybe y'all can drop that in the comment section and let me know. I'm just trying to get some clarity on this thing, man. no longer sit back and not even ask this question, man. You know what I mean? Are black women conditioned for abuse? Do they like abuse? Are they masochists? Well, I could say that, you know what I mean? A lot of black women are masochists, point blank, period. A lot of them are masochists, man. But how did we get to this point? Have they been conditioned to take it? You know, it's kind of like black men and the cops. You know, black men on some level have been conditioned to take abuse from cops. You know, to the point where guys are scared to death to get pulled over now. Dudes don't know what to do. Do I keep driving? Do I get out and run? You know, do I try to, you know, plead my case in the middle of the street? You know, black men have been conditioned to be terrified of the cops. You know what I mean? Straight up. Shout out to Tupac Shakur, man. He's one of the only guys that stood up to the cops back in Atlanta in the early 90s. You know, he shot 2 undercover police officers because they were assaulting a black man. So he ain't talk about it. He really lived it. But most black guys are terrified of the cops, let's be honest. So I got to ask the question, are black women just conditioned to take this kind of abuse and verbal abuse? You know, like, what's up with that, man? What's up with that, man? Drop down in the comment section, let me know. Shout out to the Dime Getting the Vision. Peace.